For the longest time, I've always loved Pizza Tower, and I've always loved mods of the game. To older mods like Demo 3 and newer mods like Scout to Go, mods have been fun with to mess for years. But when the full game came out and the only way to make custom levels was to use Surtive's very old editor or go through the long process of getting to work in Undertale mod tool, a level editor was needed, and so Create Your Own Pizza was born, or CYOP for short. It's only been about a little bit over a single year since it first came out, but the CYOP community has made various awesome creations, and I thought I would do a very quick roundup of some of them for fun. For each tower, I will quickly go through what my favourite levels are, and some general criticism I have. This video is only meant to be a very quick fire round of what I think of these towers, and I recommend you give them a try yourself. Each tower will be linked in the description below if you want to play it. So without further ado, let's get started with... After the destruction of the pizza tower, Jerome the janitor decides to himself, I should build my own cooler tower. This is where Jerome's side project kicks off. Featuring 4 levels and one harder version of the first, GSP is quite fun. My favourite level in the tower is most likely Noise Channel. It has a fun theme and some really neat usage of foreground layers later on in the level. It also has Noisette, and I love Noisette, so big win. I also really like the usage of the bomb mechanic here. I feel it's appropriate since some of Noise's attacks uses bombs. There's also a creative usage of bombs here in new ways that haven't been seen before. It even utilizes an untold mechanic where you can uppercut bombs, which wasn't used at all in the base game. Although some criticism I will give is that later on the level when text layers start appearing, they can be a bit distracting from gameplay. But also this is somewhat done on purpose. Using this distracting element to, well, distract the player purposefully is a very fun twist of it and also really in character for the noise. Another level that I really dig is School Zone. It's got a creative usage of a strange quirk where you don't collide with the grinder rails when you're in the bowl form. The level design has a really fun usage of this and it makes the level flow together really nice. Although I do feel this level has a problem where there's a sudden change in theming during the latter half of the level. In the second half of the level, it has a sort of spooky theme, although this theme change is a bit sudden and not really built up to. There's also many jokes and references beforehand, which is fine, but it kind of diminishes the spooky theme that it's going for. But the strange transition between themes aside, I do like the different theme because it's a fun change of space and a sort of unexpected twist. With all of that, Jerome's side project is a pretty fun tower with some great level design and really fun visuals and music. It's also got Vivi, Vibrabin, Noisette, and Trans Flag, so it's very awesome and gets a Yummy Jam Donut out of 10. If you're looking for something otherworldly, then may I take you to Other Tower. Other Tower is a tower currently in development, consisting of 2 finished levels and 1 to be renovated. From the small selection there is so far, Other Tower is really something special and is a showcase of some of the most creative usage of CYOP's limited tools that I've seen so far. My favourite level has to be Idaho Volcano. You start on a stylish train, run to a local town, get kicked by some cows, set yourself on fire a couple times, and then descend into the titular magma holding heap. This level has a very fun usage of the cow enemies from Aragano, but instead of them being an annoyance, they're intended to help you get across the level. I also really dig the usage of the lava from Blood Source now being an aid instead of a hindrance, by emphasizing that one idea touched upon by one of the base game secrets, that idea being using lava to burn rats. I also really like how during the escape, while you're running your way back to the train, all the previous rooms have now been flooded by lava and have been affected because of that. Really fun way to add some variety to the escape sequence. The other level in Other Tower that's currently finished is Golf 2, and it's quite a fun time. This level is a mashup of the Golf level and the War level, which is an unexpected but really fun mashup. One thing I always liked about the original Golf is how you could play it slow, like an actual game of mini golf, but then when you're going for something like a P rank you have to play it fast. I really like how Golf 2 emphasizes that by making you go fast on purpose since you have a ticking time bomb. Something else really fun is that, like in the original Golf, all the side rooms where you go get the war timers and toppings are optional, but they're kind of not optional since you need the time. Overall, Golf 2 is a very unique, interesting take on the original level. The other levels in the tower also show the team's amazing understanding of how Pizza Tower's level design works and how it flows together so well. I'm very excited to see what the other levels of Other Tower will look like in the future. Other Tower is pretty cool. I give it an Idaho out of an Oklahoma. But I hear what you're saying after Other Tower. You want less golf in your warfare, and that's fair. And in that case, may I interest you in War 2 from the demo of Rush Tower. In War 2, you're once again on a rush against the clock, except now your 12 gauge has been halved to a 6-shooter, and instead of descending into an underground cloning base, you raid right into a giant robot instead. Aside from the really fun theming, the level also makes good usage of its mechanics, but not just the pistol mechanic, it also makes good usage of the player's movement. The level is clearly designed with the player's mastery of movement in mind, so there are certain obstacles you need some slick movement movement to get over. Besides the movement, the pistol itself is very fun to use and has some great usage in the level. This level also has some additional unique gimmicks, like these John sentries. Difficult to dodge, adding some fun into the mix where you have to try and balance going fast and using your abilities but try not to get hit at the same time. War 2 also features a special gimmick with the lap 2 that I won't spoil. Overall, War 2 is a really fun level, and although there's only currently one level in Rush Tower, so I don't have much to say about it, I am excited to see what levels show up in future. I give War 2 2 wars out of a second War 2 2 wars. I give War 2 2 wars out of a second War 2. Floor R, or Tower R, is the most R-filled tower of them all. What does the R stand for? Probably Roingus. But no matter what it stands for, Floor R is pretty great. Floor R currently has 6 levels, and my 2 favorites are Devilish Derby and Bad Break. At the start of Devilish Derby, you zoom around a derby and you defeat some goblins and explode some cars, but during the second half, you enter the backstage of the derby, and this section has fun usage of wrapping around the rooms. There's an idea using that old scrapped mansion level, and it has some very creative usage here. One thing that's really awesome about its usage here is that when you get to the escape, you'll start being chased by a ghost, and when you wrap around the rooms, well, the ghost doesn't wrap around the room, and so it ends up making the chase way more interesting and fun. It's a really good combination of mechanics, and I like it a ton. The level also features very good presentation, gameplay flow, and music. One criticism I will give is that there is a secret that's very easy to miss when going at high speeds during the escape, but besides that, it's a very fun level. Another level that I really like in Floor R is Bad Break. In this level, you must traverse to the obscure character Dr. Bad Breakfast airship and get all the toppings from there. This level has a general theme of airships, but also a sort of breakfast theme. Another way this level extends the theme in a really interesting way is using the areas where you pick up toppings as these sort of plane-like shuttle areas. Giving the level this whole aviation theme really helps it feel very unique. I also really like the usage of underutilized gimmicks like the floating platforms, the hot wing transformation, and also the ice blocks from Freezer. I also feel this level's aviation-based design fits very well with its gimmicks, especially with the usage of the Satan's Choice power from Freezer during the escape. Overall, this level has immaculate theming and immaculate music, although one criticism I will give, I seem to get myself hit a lot, but maybe that's just me. Overall, a really solid level and a very good showcase of what CYOP is capable of and what its creators are capable of. Overall, Floor R is pretty fun. I give Floor R a Roingus out of a Bingus. Nothing against Bingus. Bingus is adorable. I love Bingus. The last custom level I want to chat about is Secrets of the Community. This level is a big collection of many secrets from many custom towers, much like the Secrets of the World level from base game. This level came out on CYOP's first anniversary, and it's really fun to play through a big massive level which is a massive celebration of the community in all the ways they've bent the engine in fun ways. It really feels like a great community celebration of what people have been able to do with CYOP, and I always like community creations like that. I think it's awesome that people can join in unified love of something that they like and then make their own creations using that thing they like as a basis. It's truly beautiful and what makes modding amazing. Although, one thing that I dislike about this level is how some of the paratext surrounding the level seems to have an emphasis on making fun of quote-unquote CYOP slop. If you don't know, CYOP slop is the name given to levels that are usually lower quality and created by younger creators, and I don't like the usage of slop for these levels. Because a lot of these younger creators are picking up level design and modding for the first time, they're gonna make tons of pitfalls, but that's okay, everyone does. Heck, probably everyone featured in Secrets of the Community made the same pitfalls that many of these creators are making. So I feel if the community is more encouraging to these more amateur creators and give them feedback and kindness, much like their friends would have given them when they were working on their towers, we could build a more welcoming community that's more friendly to amateurs and encouraging of their efforts. One can be a great artist, it just takes persistence and encouragement in order to get there. This is also why I love creations like Secrets of the Community, because it's these many people coming together just for the sake of the thing that they love. They probably started with not much knowledge of level design or game design, but they learned so much just from making stuff for a game they like. I feel like if we keep that spirit alive, we can cause many great custom towers to emerge for many years. So, happy late anniversary CYOP, and I wish many more great anniversaries for you. Well, I suppose that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching. Stay silly and stay safe out there. Bye bye!